Alright, we're on our way to my great Aunt Pat's now, and we're gonna get there a lot quicker this time because she's much closer.
Oh, we're gonna get there real fast. Hyperwarp engaged. We're here.
Run away to the circus. Run away to the circus. Come on to the Vagabond circus.
Hello!
Hey, babe. I got a call. I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm here too. Here I am yet again in another beautiful garden area. I can tell you a little bit about Aunt Pat. Aunt Pat is actually great Aunt Pat. She was a sister of my grandfather who has passed. He was married to Grandma, who's here with us, taking the trip along with us. Pat's just a load of fun. She's just like Grandpa was. She's really goofy and she makes a lot of jokes and all this kind of stuff, and she's fun to be around. Her husband, Gary, did all of this stuff back here. He made all of this with his own two hands. He went and collected a lot of these rocks that are making some of the stone walls and type stuff like that. And I believe Gary was a park ranger for a long time, so he knows a ton of interesting things about the trees and the wildlife. He's a really smart guy. And here's Aunt Pat. Say hello to everyone, Aunt Pat.
Hello. How are you today?
Now, what was it affected your memory, Pat? I can't remember. What was it happened that affected your word recall? It was a stroke? Aunt Pat had a stroke, and she's fine now, but every now and then she tries to think of a word, and she can't think of it or says the wrong word, right? What are we having, Pat? Walk us around the kitchen. You're on a cooking show now.
We're having a pork chops delight that has a little bit of pineapple and a little green stuff and onion and a little bit of
love.
And we're going to have a little butt rub on this little butt rub here. And we're going to flop it over like this. A little pepper and a little of this. And then we'll have a little butt rub again. And another butt rub here. And another butt rub here.
Here we are at Aunt Pat's. Oh, it's gonna be nice. You can sit outside, you can go back there in the trees, you got the pool right here. Time for swimming! Hi. We're just lounging around here in the pool. It's 101-degree weather. It's a little toasty. I hope you're having fun. This is the grave out here in the middle of nowhere of a black man who was a slave and then came back and made some wealth for himself and then, I guess, died a free man. It's just here in the middle of these trees. There's the road right there. There's no other graves around. It's not a graveyard. Yeah, there's a house right there. Here's our car here where we parked for a second. And here's the woods. And you can't even hardly see it back there. It's right there.
He was a slave. There was a big plantation there. And he was on the plantation, and he was a slave. And the owner of it, when he died, he gave him the whole plantation.
Okay, that was the story.
He sold land off of it so he could build this thing for him and his wife, this big, you know. But I find that hard to believe from the standpoint, if you read the history, slaves could not own land. The country would not have recognized that that was his land because slaves were not allowed to own anything.
It's 1862 is when he died.
The Civil War started in 1861,
yes,
so he died the year after the Civil War.
Yeah.
Aunt Pat's got the Holy Bible in miniature. There it is in my hand. Now there's the writing. And I'm going to have to put the small ones on there. There's my thumb. And here's the text.
But you can see them really well.
This plaque here says that on this corner right here, there was the Milledgeville Hotel, built in 1858, and Emily Norval Hardy took over management at the hotel. And then she ended up being the mother of Oliver Hardy. And then Oliver Hardy worked across the street over here somewhere, I don't know where, at what used to be a theater. I'm guessing maybe that. Then Oliver Hardy ended up becoming the projectionist at the theater here in town, which was the city's first theater. And that's what convinced him to become a movie star, I guess. Here we are at the Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. I have a feeling the pizza isn't the only thing that's baking in here. Oh, the Magic Dragon?